What's happening, y'all? CJ here with your BallerAlert news break. Let's get right into it. So as expected, after 2 weeks in the trial of Kyle Rittenhouse, the closing statements have been made and the trial is now in the jury's hands. And I was watching this trial like it was a new season of Black Mirror on Netflix, but it was much more disturbing than that. Judge Schroeder looked like a third member of the defense team from the beginning, from his demeanor seemingly not taking the trial serious to his decisions which handicapped prosecutors at every turn. He stopped multiple times during the trial and even a couple times during closing arguments to yell at the prosecutors. He was admonishing them for bringing up points that he had previously said were inadmissible. However, when the defense also did this at one point, he did not keep the same energy.
Yesterday, as I said, I was under the court's ire.
You know, I don't want to talk about...
Well,
why don't
I
we just...
think it's a fundamental fairness issue, Your Honor.
All right, say what you want to say.
If I'm being held to obey the court's orders, I'm asking that the defense be held to that too.
Oh, I am going to interrupt you, and then I'm going to let you talk again. But I was talking yesterday about the Constitution of the United States and how the Supreme Court has interpreted it for 50 years. That's not what we're talking about here today.
In a shocking turn of events, the judge even threw out the gun charge, which everyone thought was the easiest conviction on the table. The gun was not his, he was not legally old enough to own a gun, let alone carry one openly in the street, and he was not in the county where he lived, and it was after curfew. In addition to the fact he inserted himself into a chaotic situation and murdered 2 people and shot a third. This shows a complete and utter disregard for the law. Kyle told the court that he knew he couldn't buy the gun, but thought he could legally possess it. And the prosecutor accurately compared this to thinking you can possess cocaine but not buy it, which makes absolutely no sense. But according to Judge Schroeder, seen here telling Kyle, "Call me after the trial's over," this judge's interpretation of the law, which is supposed to allow for children to get properly trained to hunt and exercise their right to hunt, Kyle technically can legally carry this weapon in Wisconsin, even though the law specifically states that the gun should be used by a minor only for target practice under adult supervision. So is that what this was? Target practice? And another thing, and Judge Schroeder knows this, when a judge makes these types of decisions, they're setting a precedent, meaning they're interpreting the law so in future cases, other judges can look to your decision and see how the law was interpreted, and they can apply it the same way. Attorneys will also bring up these decisions in support of their cases. Now, a judge has the power to look at a law, determine that it is too vague, unjust, or it can be applied in an unjust way, and nullify that law. This is called judicial nullification. Again, if I know this, Judge Schroeder definitely knows this. And he chose to adhere to the letter of a vague, confusing hunting law with no teeth to give a kid who was not hunting, but was in a residential community and killed not animals, but human beings a break on that technicality. In their closing statements, prosecutors brought up how he lied about being a certified EMT to the media, but all he did was help someone wrap an ankle and put a Band-Aid on a cut on their hand. He showed no type of medical training when he shot 3 people and left them dying in the street, after curfew with an illegally possessed weapon. And this is something even police do after shooting someone, administer medical aid. The car source building that they claimed to be protecting was empty. Owners had moved all the cars off the lot and took their tools out of the building. The owners of Car Source testified that they did not even feel the need to protect the building. So what was Kyle and his friends doing there?
Did you ever ask Kyle Rittenhouse if he could help protect your business on Tuesday, the 25th?
I did not.
You never asked, and you never asked Nick Smith, and you never asked Justin Hamilton.
No, I did not.
Now,'s TikTok account had a post that read Trump 2020 with the US flag next to it with the caption, "Bruh, I'm just trying to be famous." Now he is. And this feels eerily similar to the George Zimmerman trial to me. Vigilantes of a certain complexion have always been caught and released by police since the inception of American law enforcement. And while we have made a lot of progress, if this man gets off, it'll only show how long a way we have to go as a so-called civilized nation. The jury is in deliberation now, deciding if Kyle will be found guilty or innocent. What do you think about the trial so far? Let us know in the comments, like this video, and subscribe to stay up to date. I'm out. Peace.